Look what I've managed to stuff in the back of this 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander. This is a three-row SUV with loads of room for both people and, as you can see, stuff. It also has lots of standard features, excellent fuel economy, a comfortable ride, and an enviable history of high quality. This is a hybrid, by the way. So what we have here is a really interesting family vehicle that should be on your shopping list if you need 3 rows, reliability, fuel economy, and all that space. I'm Jeremy Cato, and this is CatoCarGuy.com. Thanks for watching, and if you have not already subscribed, please do. Toyota offers the Grand Highlander with 2 choices for the hybrid powertrain. The base model, as you see it here, gets terrific fuel economy, especially for a 3-row family SUV, but I don't know, acceleration off the line, a bit sluggish. The Hybrid Max version, loads of power there, but of course you lose some of that fuel economy advantage. In either case, when you're on the road, when you're going highway speeds, you may find that a little too much noise seeps into the cabin. Wind, tire, road noise, those sorts of things. At least that's my take after test driving this model. So why would you consider a Grand Highlander? Well, if the regular Highlander is a little too small for the job and the Toyota Sequoia too big and expensive, well, this is the one that lands sort of in the middle, and Toyota thinks it's a sweet spot. And as you see it here, about $64,000, $65,000, well equipped. Let me quickly share a couple of facts about the hybrid offerings here in the Grand Highlander. The base version has a normally aspirated gasoline motor, about 2.5 liters. It's rated around, that system is rated around 245 horsepower and has a tow rating of about 3,500 pounds. The Max version has a slightly smaller 4-cylinder turbocharged motor. It's rated, that system is rated at 362 horsepower and has a tow rating of around 5,000 pounds. So if you're looking at towing with your 3-row rig, you may want to go with the more powerful powertrain. Why did Toyota take the regular Highlander and add 15 centimeters to create the Grand Highlander? Well, the obvious reason is to create more space for the 3rd row and more cargo and passenger space overall. And indeed, there's plenty of room for head, hip, shoulders, legs, everything inside this. You'll be very comfortable. And you get this for a price tag considerably smaller than the Toyota Sequoia, which is a big rig, but very fancy and very expensive. If you want to crush up rivals, look at the Mazda CX-90 Hybrid, the Kia Sorento, there's Hyundai Santa Fe, and the Kia and Hyundai are smaller 3-row SUVs. Unless you have a big towing need, the base powertrain is probably all you need for long trips or even little commutes around the city. And the fuel economy is astonishingly good. In terms of road manners, well, the handling here is surprisingly good. The stopping power is excellent, and this thing can surprisingly handle some twisty roads, and you might even have some fun behind the wheel. Advanced driver aids like adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assistance, well, they feature into the whole package, and even the voice recognition system is one of the better systems on the market today. The cabin here is a perfectly fine place to spend some time. The material's first rate, and everything is put together with the kind of attention to detail you would expect from Toyota. Even the trim looks okay. The 12.3-inch touchscreen has sharp-looking graphics and responds quickly to inputs. A few words about outward visibility. It's pretty good here because the roof pillars are so thin, which means you can see around corners more comfortably. There's also a surround view camera available, and its resolution is very sharp. The front buckets here are surprisingly comfortable on a long drive. The 2nd row is pretty darn good too, and you can get captain's chairs in the 2nd row for a little bit of individuality. The surprise, though, is the 3rd row. Toyota has elevated the height of the 3rd row, and of course you have more legroom, so overall it's a more comfortable place even for somebody who is beyond the age of 10. Cabin storage for small items? Mid-pack. There's storage ahead of the gear selector, plus generous cup holders. There's an underarm storage bin. The 2nd row gets useful cubbies. And the 3rd row has 2 cup holders per side and phone storage space. Let's talk systems and controls. The climate control is easy to operate, very easy to understand, and the tri-zone system keeps the entire cabin comfortable, even on a long trip on a hot day. The Grand Highlander is comfortable, reliable, roomy, and efficient, but the styling, well, it's pretty boring. I mean, kind of slab-sided, really not much detail in the sheet metal. It's really not something you'd show off at an art gallery. That said, there's plenty to recommend here, and if you're looking for 3 rows with fuel efficiency, you certainly must test drive this rig. Thanks for watching. I'm Jeremy Cato, and this is CatoCarGuy.com. We'll see you next time, and don't forget to subscribe.